There is a place within you that is not ruled by the economy, untouched by the turbulence of markets, and entirely immune to the shifting sands of earthly circumstance. It is the inner sanctuary of your own consciousness, the first cause of everything you encounter, and it is from this sacred space that a financial miracle is not just possible, but inevitable. But let us be clear. The miracle you seek is not the frantic grasping of a man trying to claw his way out of a hole. It is not a desperate prayer whispered into the void, hoping for a lucky break. True prayer, the prayer that moves mountains of debt and parts seas of limitation, is an inner act of assumption. It is the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This is the secret that has been whispered through the ages. A truth so simple, it is often overlooked, yet so profound, it can reshape your entire reality. The world you see with your physical eyes is merely a shadow, a reflection cast by the world within. Your financial situation, whether one of abundance or scarcity, did not randomly appear. It is the faithful and objective expression of your subjective state, the sum total of your inner conversations, your deeply held beliefs, and the emotional atmosphere you maintain. To change the reflection, you must change the object casting it. You must look away from the visible and turn your attention to the invisible, the spiritual cause behind all effects. This is the first step toward receiving your financial miracle. It is a turning away from the noise of the external and a turning inward to the quiet, powerful source of all creation. For too long you have been trained to look outward, to react to the world, to see your bank account and then decide how you feel. You have been taught to be a victim of circumstance, a puppet on the strings of a chaotic world. But the truth is, you are the playwright, the director, and the lead actor. You are the one holding the strings. The moment you accept this responsibility is the moment you begin to reclaim your power. The financial miracle is not something you acquire. It is something you realize. It is the natural result of a shift in your awareness. Think of a man who is a master of a great craft. He doesn't stare at his unfinished creation and feel a sense of lack or despair. Instead, he holds a clear and definite vision in his mind of the finished piece. He sees the masterpiece in its complete form, feeling the satisfaction of a job well done long before his hands have shaped the final detail. He works from the end. This is the principle you must adopt. Do not look at the bills and see a mountain to be climbed. Look at them and feel the relief of having paid them. Do not look at your empty pockets and feel the sting of poverty. Feel the freedom of resources flowing to you, the comfort and security of knowing that every need is met. This is the essence of effective prayer, to dwell in the consciousness of the end result. Imagine for a moment that you have just received a financial windfall. It is not a loan. It is not a temporary reprieve. It is a permanent and complete liberation from every financial worry you have ever carried. How would you feel? There would be an unburdening, a release of tension from your shoulders. You would walk with a lighter step, a sense of assurance and ease. Your mind would no longer be plagued by anxiety, but open to creativity and generosity. Now here is the challenge. Dare to feel that way now, even though you have not seen the physical evidence. Yet you are asked to feel the reality of it. This is the great work of faith. It is the creative act of consciousness. The feeling is the secret. The feeling is the prayer. It is the vibrational signature you send out into the universe, which then organizes circumstances, people, and events to bring that feeling into objective form. We often mistake prayer for pleading or begging. We believe that by crying out to a God outside of us, we might convince a reluctant deity to intervene on our behalf. But God is not a distant being to be bargained with. God is your own wonderful human imagination, the creative power within you. To pray is to imagine, and to imagine is to create. The story of your life is being written in the theater of your mind, thought by thought, feeling by feeling. A financial miracle is not a restructuring of the cosmos. It is a restructuring of your own consciousness. It is a return to the natural, harmonious state of being where supply and demand are in perfect balance. Consider the seed. It contains within itself the entire blueprint of the oak tree. It does not struggle and strain to become an oak. It simply unfolds according to its nature. In the same way, you contain within yourself the blueprint of infinite abundance. It is your divine nature. When you accept and feel this truth, you are simply allowing your natural state of prosperity to unfold. You are not making something happen. You are permitting something that is already true to be expressed in your life. The financial miracle is the oak tree emerging from the seed. It was always there, waiting for the right conditions, the fertile soil of a believing heart to burst forth. The soil is your consciousness. If you plant a seed of doubt in your mind, you will harvest a crop of lack. If you plant a seed of worry, you will harvest a season of anxiety. The law is impartial. It is the principle of cause and effect working on an invisible plane. It is the mechanism that brings every internal state to external expression. If you are constantly feeling poor, fearful, and insecure, you are planting and watering seeds of poverty. You are faithfully and diligently creating the very situation you wish to escape. But the moment you change the soil, the moment you begin to plant seeds of confidence, gratitude, and security, your harvest will inevitably change. This is the promise of the law. It is the most dependable law in the universe. The world will tell you to get more money. The world will tell you to work harder, to take more risks, to cut corners. But these are all external, reactive solutions. They are attempts to rearrange the reflection by focusing on the mirror. A true financial miracle occurs when you cease to focus on the lack and instead focus on the supply. It is an inside-out job. This is why the most profound prayer is not a list of demands, but a simple shift in perspective. It is the conscious decision to see yourself as a being who is already provided for, already secure, already abundant. This vision, held steadily in your mind's eye and felt deeply in your heart, becomes the blueprint that the creative power within you will obey. So how do you begin this transformation? It must begin with a decision, a firm, unshakable decision to no longer give your power away. You must decide that your inner world is more real than your outer world. This is not an act of denial. It is an act of conscious creation. You are not pretending that bills don't exist. You are acknowledging that the feeling of security is the reality you are choosing to live in, and that the bills are simply a temporary condition that is dissolving. You are aligning yourself with the truth of your being, which is wholeness and abundance. Let's talk about the practical, everyday moments. The moments when fear creeps in, when doubt whispers its seductive lies. This is where the battle is won or lost. You cannot just have a positive thought in the morning and then spend the rest of the day worrying. You must be watchful. The practice of true prayer is a lifestyle. It is a discipline of the mind and heart. It begins with awareness. Begin to simply observe your thoughts, particularly your inner conversations. What are you saying to yourself about money? Are you constantly telling yourself, I can't afford this, money is tight, or I'm always struggling? These are not innocent observations. They are powerful affirmations, seeds you are planting with every word. They are prayers of a sort, a declaration of your current reality, and the law will faithfully answer them. You must begin to change that inner dialogue. It is a simple but profound practice. When you catch yourself saying, "I can't afford it," pause, take a breath, and consciously say, "I am blessed with an unlimited supply. The resources to have and to enjoy all that is good are flowing to me now." You don't have to believe it immediately. The act of stating it, of hearing it in your own mind, is what begins to change the soil. You are introducing a new seed. You are creating a new habit of thought. This is an act of faith. Faith is not believing in what is not true. It is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. It is the act of creating the evidence through your inner conviction. Another powerful practice is to mentally revise your past experiences with money. We all carry stories of lack, of loss, of failure. These stories are like anchors in the deep sea of our consciousness, holding us in a place of limitation. This is the art of forgiveness and revision. You can, in your imagination, go back to a moment of financial failure or shame and relive it. But this time, you see it differently. You see yourself being successful, being supported, being guided. You see the check arriving just in time. You see the opportunity manifesting perfectly. You feel the relief and gratitude. This is not changing the past. It is changing the emotional impact and the belief system attached to the past. By revising the story in your own mind, you are rewriting the script for your future. You are loosening the grip of a limiting belief. Feel the relief. This is a crucial element. The emotion of relief is the most powerful sign that you have truly let go of the old state and entered the new. When you imagine a problem being solved, do you just picture the solution, or do you feel the sensation of relief that the solution brings? That feeling of relief is the feeling of the wish fulfilled. It is the emotional signature of answered prayer. If you are praying for financial freedom and you imagine a mountain of debt being cleared, feel the sheer, unadulterated relief of that burden being lifted. Feel the lightness in your chest. Feel the smile on your face. Let that feeling flood your entire being. The feeling is the secret to the speed of your miracle. You see, the universe is a vast, responsive system. It is not a judge, not a critic, not a dispenser of punishment or reward. It is a servant. It is the law of attraction in its purest form, but not as it is often misunderstood. It is not about thinking I am rich and hoping money falls out of the sky. It is about embodying the state of richness. It is about being in your consciousness the person who has everything they need. When you are that person, the external world will reflect it. It has no choice. It is a law. It is like the law of gravity. It works whether you believe in it or not. But two, use the law consciously. You must know it, understand it, and cooperate with it. One of the greatest obstacles to receiving a financial miracle is the feeling of urgency. Urgency is a form of fear. It is a declaration that time is running out, that the source is limited, that you are in danger. This feeling of urgency is the very opposite of faith. It is a panic that pushes the desired outcome further away. To pray with faith, you must learn to be patient. You must rest in the assurance that your request is being processed. Think of it like sending an important letter through the mail. Once you've sent it, do you stand at the mailbox and rattle the door demanding it to arrive instantly? No, you trust the system. You know it is on its way. You go about your day secure in the knowledge that it will reach its destination in its perfect time. This is the kind of trust that is needed. Now, what do you go about your day doing? You do not sit idly by waiting for a check to materialize. You live your life with inspiration. You act upon the ideas that come to you, which are the very breadcrumbs of your answered prayer. When you have stepped into a state of abundance, you will find that you are moved to take certain actions. These are not frantic, desperate actions born of a sense of lack. They are inspired, effortless, and often surprising actions. You might be led to reach out to an old contact, or you might find a new and creative solution to a problem, or a new opportunity will simply present itself. This is the bridge of incident. It is the universe's way of guiding you step by step to the physical fulfillment of your prayer. It is crucial to follow these gentle nudges. The voice of inspiration is usually quiet. It is not the loud, anxious voice of the ego. The ego will shout, "You need to do this now," or "You're not doing enough." It is born of fear. The inner voice of spirit, of your own imagination, is a quiet whisper, a sense of knowing, a gentle push. It often feels like a simple good idea. As you begin to hear this voice more clearly, you must have the courage to act upon it, even if it seems illogical, even if it requires you to step out of your comfort zone. This is the doing of faith. Faith without works is dead. The works are not frantic efforts to make things happen. They are the inspired actions that follow from your inner conviction. You must also practice gratitude. Gratitude is the feeling that completes the circuit. It is the acknowledgement that you have already received what you asked for. When you pray, give thanks. Thank the universe. Thank your imagination. Thank the source of all life for the miracle that is already unfolding in your experience. This act of gratitude speeds up the process immensely because it is the highest expression of faith. It is a declaration that you see your prayer as a present reality. It aligns you with the frequency of fulfillment. Start your day by giving thanks for the abundance you have. And give thanks for the abundance you have not yet seen, knowing that it is on its way. This is a powerful practice that will change your entire vibration. Let's talk about the feeling of worth. Many people struggle with a deep-seated feeling that they are not worthy of financial prosperity. They carry shame or guilt about money. They believe that wealth is for the greedy or the corrupt, or that they need to be perfect before they can be blessed. This is a lie, a snare of the ego. It is a limiting belief that must be shattered. You are worthy of financial abundance, not because of anything you have done, but because of what you are. You are a child of the universe, a piece of the divine, a creative spark. It is your birthright to express yourself fully and to have the resources to do so. Abundance is your natural state. A river does not feel worthy of its own water. The sun does not feel worthy of its own light. They simply are what they are. You are a being of infinite possibility. To believe otherwise is to deny the very source of your being. So how do we walk through the days before our miracle arrives? We hold on to this hope. But it is not a blind, desperate hope. It is a knowing. It is a confidence born of an understanding of the law. You know that the seed you have planted is growing. You know that the harvest is coming. You do not need to dig it up every day to check on it. You know that your imagination is the creative power of God, and it never fails. This is the peace that passes all understanding. It is a peace that is beyond your circumstances. You can be staring at a stack of bills and feel a deep inner peace, not because the bills are gone, but because you know they are in the process of being dissolved. You are living from the end. You are living in the reality of the end. Answered prayer. This is where the true miracle lies. It is not just that the money comes. It is that you are transformed. A man who has simply received a windfall of cash may squander it and find himself in the same place of lack a short time later. But a man who has changed his consciousness, who has come to see himself as a center of abundance, has received a miracle that can never be taken away. He has become a different man. The money is just the outer evidence of the inner shift. The real reward is the new identity, the new self-concept. The financial miracle is a byproduct of a psychological and spiritual revolution within you. Therefore, your prayer should not just be, God, give me money. Your prayer should be, I am the person who is financially free. I am the person for whom money flows easily and effortlessly. I am the person who is a wise steward of abundance. When you pray this way, you are not trying to change God. You are changing your own conception of yourself in relation to God. You are taking on a new name. You are stepping into a new identity. This is the essence of regeneration. And as you assume this new identity, the old habits, old fears, and old limitations will begin to fall away like the leaves of a dying tree. A new tree, a new being is emerging. To help solidify this new identity, practice feeling the presence of your desire, not as a future event, but as a present reality. Close your eyes and enter a state of reverie. This is the state of meditation or prayer. In this state, you are relaxed, and your conscious mind is a little less active. This is where you can plant the seed most effectively. In this quiet state, imagine a scene that would naturally follow the fulfillment of your financial prayer. What would you be doing? Where would you be? Who would be with you? Construct a scene that implies you have received your miracle. It might be you looking at your bank balance and feeling a sense of awe and relief. It might be you paying off a long-standing debt and feeling the weight lift from your shoulders. It might be you giving a gift to a loved one, feeling the joy of generosity. Now bring this scene to life in your imagination. Use all your senses. See the numbers on the screen. Feel the pen in your hand as you write the final check. Hear the words of thanks from the person you are helping. Make it as vivid and as real as possible. Then step into the scene. Don't watch yourself doing it. Be yourself doing it. Feel the emotions. Feel the relief, the gratitude, the joy, the freedom. Feel it all as if it is happening right now. Repeat this scene night after night. You are not just imagining, you are rehearsing. You are rehearsing the reality you are about to live. This is the act of prayer, and it is this act that calls the miracle forth. What if you feel a wave of doubt or disbelief? This is to be expected. The old man, the old identity will not die easily. He will fight for his survival. He will present you with a list of good reasons why your miracle will not happen. He will point to the evidence of your senses and call you a fool. Do not argue with him. Do not try to suppress the thought. Acknowledge it, and simply say, "That is the voice of the old man. It is not my voice. I am the one who is blessed and prosperous." Then let it go. Return to your feeling of the wish fulfilled. Each time you do this, the old man grows weaker and the new man grows stronger. Persistence is the key. You don't have to be a perfect person to receive a miracle, but you must be a persistent one. You must continue to live in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, no matter what appears on the screen of space. This is the essence of the inner peace before outer evidence. You must not wait for the check to arrive before you feel happy. That is the world's way. You must feel happy, peaceful, and secure first, and the check will follow. The outer world is a servant to your inner world. Do not be a slave to the mirror. Be the creator of the image. This requires you to be still and know that you are God. In expression, it requires you to trust the invisible more than the visible. It is a discipline. It is a choice made moment by moment. Let's explore the idea of being a channel for abundance. In this state of financial freedom, you are not a greedy hoarder. You are a joyous conduit. Money flows to you, through you, and out from you. It is a circulation. You are a part of the economy of the universe, which is infinite. When you see yourself as a channel, you remove the tension of trying to hold on to money. You're not holding on to a river as it flows through you. You're simply enjoying the flow. You receive, you give, you receive again. This is the rhythm of life. A blocked channel cannot receive. It is the act of giving, of letting go, that opens you up to receive more. If you're feeling a lack of money, consider giving what you can, even if it's just a small amount or a gesture of kindness. This act of giving is a powerful statement to the universe that you trust in the flow. It breaks the grip of scarcity consciousness. Think of all the people, the organizations, the resources that are a part of your life. You are connected to everything. The divine power works through people. Your financial miracle might not arrive as a sack of gold falling through your roof. It will arrive through the natural order of things, through a job, an idea, a gift, an end. Unexpected opportunity, a chance meeting. Do not limit the ways in which your prayer will be answered. Simply trust that the mechanisms are already in motion. The people you need to meet are being prepared to meet you. The opportunities you need are being arranged. Your only job is to maintain the feeling of the wish fulfilled, to be a vibrational match for the reality you desire. This is a journey of self-discovery. You will learn more about yourself in this process than you have ever known. You will discover the hidden fears and beliefs that have been holding you back. You will learn to master your own inner world. This journey is the adventure of a lifetime. It is the path to becoming the master of your fate and the captain of your soul. The financial miracle is a part of this grand journey. It is a milestone, a stepping stone to a greater realization of your true self. Now let's talk about the feeling of, is it done? Can you go about your day with a sense of quiet confidence that your prayer has been heard and that it is done? This is the ultimate test. If you can reach this state of inner conviction, your miracle will manifest quickly. If you are still anxious, still worried, still checking the bank balance every 5 minutes in a state of panic, you are still in the process of praying. The prayer is not complete until you have reached a state of mental rest, a state of calm and belief. This is the Sabbath of the soul. It is the moment when you say, "It is finished." The work of creation is done within your consciousness. Now you simply allow the outer world to catch up. How long will it take? That is a question that only you can answer. But the answer lies in your level of conviction. Time is a concept of the outer world. In the inner world, everything is now. A miracle does not take time. It takes faith. The speed of your manifestation is directly related to the degree of your inner certainty. If you can have total conviction in an instant, your miracle will appear in an instant. For most of us, we need to build that conviction through steady practice. We need to hasten the day by feeling the reality of our prayer today. Every moment you spend in the feeling of the wish fulfilled is a moment of creation. It is time well spent. The seed will grow. It will blossom. Your faith will make it so. There is no need to burden yourself with how your miracle will come. That is not your concern. Your only concern is the what it is you desire to be, and the that you are already it. The how is the business of the creative power within you. It knows the way. It knows the perfect, most elegant path to bring your vision into physical reality. Your job is to be the visionary, not the engineer. So, release the how. Let go of your need to micromanage the universe. Surrender to the process. Trust that the infinite intelligence that created you, that lives in you as you, knows exactly how to bring this to pass. As you practice this, you will start to notice small changes. These are called shifting shadows. You might find a small, unexpected sum of money. You might receive a promising phone call. A new idea might come to you. These are the first fruits of your labor. They are assurances that you are on the right path. Do not dismiss them as coincidence. Thank them. Receive them as evidence that your prayer is being answered. Let these little things build your faith for the bigger things. They are the signposts along the way, the universe saying, yes, you are aligned, keep going. You must also learn to master the art of forgiving your past financial mistakes. Many people carry immense guilt and shame about their financial situation. They may have made poor choices, ignored problems, or felt a sense of failure. This guilt is a tremendous weight. It is an energy that keeps you tied to a state of lack. You must release it. You must forgive yourself completely. You were doing the best you could with the consciousness you had at the time. Now you have a new consciousness. You are a new being. The mistakes of the old man are irrelevant. To hold on to them is to keep the old man alive. Forgive, release, and let go. You are starting afresh in this moment. This moment is a clean slate. It is the point of power where everything is possible. This practice is not about escaping the material world. It is about elevating it. When you bring a spiritual consciousness to your financial life, you are sanctifying it. You are making it holy. You are recognizing that spirit and matter are not separate. They are one. The material world is the outpouring of the spiritual. When you are spiritually aligned, the material world will reflect that alignment perfectly. A financial miracle is therefore a spiritual event that has become visible. It is the demonstration of your oneness with the source of all supply. This is the profound truth that can set you free. Let go of the idea that there is a right way to do this. There is no single right way to pray. The principle is the principle, to feel the wish fulfilled. Your imagination will guide you to the perfect method for you. Some people will benefit from a formal meditation practice. Some will find that they can feel the wish fulfilled in a single powerful moment. Others will need to build it through a daily discipline of inner dialogue. Follow your heart. If a particular visualization doesn't feel real to you, don't force it. Find another one that does. The most effective prayer is the one that is most natural for you, the one that truly moves you to a state of belief. The power is not in the technique, it is in the feeling. Maybe you are a person who needs to hold a physical object as a symbol. You might want to write a check to yourself for the amount of money you are asking for and frame it. Or perhaps you want to create a vision board with images that represent your financial freedom. These are tools to help you feel. They are training wheels for your imagination. Use them if they help you, but always remember that the true work is inside. The goal is to be able to close your eyes and, without props, feel the reality of your desire so powerfully that you no longer need the external symbol. Consider how you would treat your finances if you already had the miracle. You would pay your bills with joy, seeing them as an exchange of value, not a drain of resources. You would look at your bank balance with a sense of pleasant surprise, not anxiety. You would make decisions from a place of power and confidence, not fear and lack. You would be generous, knowing that your supply is infinite. You would talk about money with optimism and excitement, not with worry or complaint. Begin to act as if. This is the practice of acting as if. And it is the most powerful way to embody your new state. It is not pretending. It is choosing to live from your new identity, even as the old identity's world dissolves around you. And now we reach the emotional peak of this teaching. The most profound realization is not that you will receive a financial miracle, but that you are the source of it. The power that created the universe is not something external to you. It is the very essence of your being. Your imagination is the creative power of God. When you imagine a feeling, you are creating a reality. Your financial miracle is not an exception to this law. It is a demonstration of it. The moment you fully grasp this, you will never again feel like a victim of circumstance. You will know with a certainty that surpasses all understanding that you are the architect of your own fortune. The miraculous becomes natural. The supernatural becomes the norm. You have moved from being a passenger on the ship of life to being its captain. This is the freedom you have been seeking. This is the power you were born with. It is yours to claim. This realization is the great awakening. It is the moment you stop praying for a miracle and realize that you are the miracle itself. You are the operation of the law, the expression of the divine, the living answer to every prayer. There is no one else to appeal to. You are the I am. The I am is the name of God in you. When you say, I am poor, you are naming the state you are in. When you say, I am prosperous, you are naming a new state. That name is a declaration of being. It is a creative decree. The power that creates worlds is in the simple statement, I am. Therefore, be careful what you attach to your I am. Attach it only to that which is good, noble, and true. Attach it only to your perfect, fulfilled life. This is the great and profound secret. And so we come to the powerful ending. It is with a sense of hope, certainty, encouragement, and inner peace that I leave you with this final truth. The financial miracle you seek is not a distant event. It is a present, tense reality waiting to be accepted. It is not in the future. It is in your own heart, in your own mind, in the fertile soil of your own consciousness. You have been given the key to the kingdom. Use it. It is the key of imagination. It is the power to enter the state of your fulfilled desire and live from it. The feeling of relief is the feeling of the answered prayer. The feeling of security is the feeling of the miracle. Live in that feeling. Breathe it. Walk in it. Sleep in it. And as you do, the world must conform. The doors will open. The resources will appear. The people will come. Your financial miracle will manifest in your life, not as a lucky break, but as a natural, inevitable result of your inner state. You are now equipped with a truth that has freed countless souls across the ages. You know the secret. The only question that remains is, will you use it? The choice is yours. The power is yours. The promise is yours. This is not a message of flattery or false hope. It is an explanation of a universal law. It is an invitation to step into your true power. You are not a victim of your financial history. You are the author of your financial future. Step into that authorship today. Believe, imagine, feel, and the miracle will be yours. Your journey is yours alone. It is a sacred journey. It is a journey of self-discovery, empowerment, and deep joy. The obstacles were never there to punish you. They were there to point you to this truth. The lack was never there to defeat you. It was there to push you to find the source of supply. You are now standing at the threshold of a new life, a life of freedom, a life of abundance, a life where you are the master, not the servant. Take that step. Enter that new state. It is your inheritance. It is your destiny. It is now. Carry this knowing with you. Let it be a light in the darkness and a guide in the fog. Remember, every moment is an opportunity to plant a seed of prosperity. Every thought is a prayer. Every feeling is a creation. Make your inner world a garden of beautiful, thriving, abundant life. And the outer world, the world you see with your physical eyes, will become the most beautiful reflection of that garden. This is the miracle. And as you go forward, know that you are deeply loved and infinitely supported by the very power that brought you into being. You are never alone. The power is always with you. It is always in you. You are one with it. And in this oneness, all things are possible. You are ready. You are worthy. And it is so. Now, if this message has resonated with you and stirred something within your soul, please take a moment to like this video. If you feel called to subscribe to this channel so you can continue to receive these messages of hope, empowerment, and spiritual truth. And if you know someone who is struggling with their own financial situation, someone who needs to hear this message, please share it with them. You may be the instrument that guides them to their own miracle. Thank you for listening. May peace and abundance be with you now and always.